Hey, what's going on everyone? This is iReviews back with another video, and today we're talking about the iPhone storage. Now of course that's quite a big problem, especially if you have a device that doesn't have a lot of capacity. You will need a few tips and tricks that will show you how to actually free up a ton of storage on your iPhone, and all that without having to delete any of your photos or any of your videos or any of your apps. So that's really cool. Of course, you get a ton of free storage without deleting your important stuff. So in today's video, I will show you guys 8 tips and tricks that will allow you to do just that. Now, one of the things that will occupy the most storage on your iPhone usually are cached files from different apps. And if you just go ahead and go to your iPhone storage and take a look at how much space different apps are taking on your device, you will actually notice that. So if we go under iPhone storage right here, you can see a few apps that I have here. So you can see these apps are huge. So taking a look here at Spotify, 12.4 gigabytes. But when you go inside here and take a look how it's actually spending your storage, it's only 200 megabytes for the app, and then all of that is documents and data. Of course, with Spotify, you might have downloads, but things like Facebook, for example, you can see 7 gigabytes of data right there. TikTok, also a ton of data. All these are data that have been saved locally on your device, and most of them are not even being used. So what I suggest you do is just go ahead and try to clear the cached files of your apps. Now, a lot of apps have this awesome feature that allow you to actually clear the cached files. Like Spotify, for example, Snapchat, and TikTok, all of them offer an option for you to clear the cached files. Like if I go under the data saving settings right here on Spotify, you can see I will have here the storage breakdown, and it shows me everything that is occupying the storage of my device. And here I have the cached files for Spotify in this case. So you can see it's 8.8 gigabytes of cached files. Now the downloads are 2.6 while the cached files are 8.8. So from here you can go ahead and even remove the downloads if you want to, but of course then you won't be able to play those songs offline, but you can also clear the cache directly from here. And also for apps like TikTok, if you just go to settings and you scroll down here, you will have a section that says free up space, and right here it will calculate your downloads and the cached files, and in a couple of seconds here you will have everything calculated. So that way you can go ahead and clear the cached files or even the downloads from here and just save up a ton of space. Now, one thing that will of course take a ton of storage on your iPhone are downloaded files. Usually if we need a file, we download it on Safari, it is saved on the Files app, but a lot of times we will just forget those files there even though we might not need them anymore. So what I suggest you do is head on to your settings, go to the iPhone storage, and you will have a section there where you will find all your downloaded files. So right here you can see it says on my iPhone. If you go here, you will have a list of all the different files and documents that you have saved on your Files app on your iPhone, meaning that these are saved locally on the iPhone storage, and from here you can just go ahead and edit or delete any of these files one by one. Now here's another thing you need to know. If you use Siri on your iPhone, and if you have ever changed the voices of Siri, you need to know that those will actually be downloaded into your device, and some of them will take quite a lot of space. So when you go to your iPhone and into the storage and you see system files, those are some of the files that are there. That's why sometimes it's really big size. So what I suggest you do is go under accessibility right here, and then you will have this read and speak section. If you go here, you will have the voices, and then there are the voices. If we go to English or whatever language you use, you can go there, and you will be able to actually go to the voices right here and see which voices you have downloaded to your device. So you can see right here, it says Alex, this voice. If I download it right now on my device, it will be almost 1 gigabyte. And here are the ones that I'm using. You can see 300 megabytes, 260, and then you will have, of course, all the other different voices that you might not be using but that are downloaded to your device. So I have that one. Of course, I can go ahead and delete it from here. So if you have a ton of voices actually downloaded to your device and you're not using them, make sure to go ahead, check them out and remove them from your device. As you can see, a lot of them will be over 200 or 300 megabytes, meaning that they will just eat up a ton of storage. Now here's a really cool feature of iOS. When you go to your iPhone settings and you go under the iPhone storage, if you go to messages, you will have here a list of things that are taking up space on your iPhone. It doesn't just show the documents and data from messages, but it will also show them one by one right here. So we have the top conversations, we have photos, videos, GIFs, and others. All these are attachments that have been sent or received via iMessage. Now I don't use iMessage a lot, and you can see we have a few files here, but if you use iMessage a lot and you have a ton of conversations there, you can just go ahead and take a look at everything that you have sent and received there, and of course free up a ton of storage on your device. I wouldn't be surprised if this right here would be like 2 or 3 gigs for a lot of people if you just keep sending photos or videos via iMessage. And those of course might be even very old conversations that you don't need, or maybe you have those files saved there on the iMessage app and even save them on the photos library. So you basically are just saving duplicates and just taking up double the space on your iPhone. So make sure to go ahead and check this and delete as many as you can. Next will be podcasts. So for podcasts, also this will work with Apple Music. Don't download songs or podcasts to your device, especially podcasts. They will take a ton of storage. So you can see right here, download when saving. We have to disable this because every time I save an episode, it will automatically download it to my device. And then you will also have here the ability to remove the played downloads. So if you have any downloads, you have this enabled, then it will remove them automatically if you have played them. So make sure to go ahead and check this and see if you have the downloads enabled for podcasts on your device. If you have this enabled, then it will just download a lot of stuff. So you don't want to do that. Of course, you just want to listen to podcasts. Most people now will have cellular data, so you don't actually need to have them locally downloaded to your device. Now, another thing you must regularly do on your iPhone is clear the data from Safari and other third-party browsers if you use them. Like I use Chrome, I have to delete that regularly because that will take up a ton of space. Safari, Chrome, and whatever else you use will not just keep the track of the history, but also will save a ton of website data on your device. So what I suggest you do, make sure that you regularly go ahead and just delete website data and everything that these like browsers will pile up on your device. That will take a ton of storage. Make sure you always do that. And last but not least, a very simple tip, but that it does work. Make sure you always clean the recently deleted album. So you can see right here, if I go to the storage section on my device, it says right here recently deleted, empty, and you can see it's over 300 megabytes. Now when you delete a picture or a video on your iPhone, it will be saved there for 30 days, meaning that that space will actually be taken for 30 days. Even though you have deleted something, it won't be removed from your device. So make sure when you delete something, you also delete it from the recently deleted albums. So that's basically it for this video, guys. These are a few tips and tricks that will help you free up storage on your iPhone without needing to delete any of your photos or apps. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and you find it helpful. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe for more. And I'll see you on the next one.